I'm sure you're tired of seeing this look, but I am not tired yet. So today I am back for you guys. This is not a makeup video. This is something different for you today. I just want to discuss the five five common mistakes that I have made. Stay tuned until the end because I'm gonna give you a little tip at the end on how I do my highlighter. I'm not wearing any, so I realized in this makeup world there is a tendency to focus on the mistakes that people do, which in turn makes people very insecure about how they do their makeup or what they do with the makeup or even their makeup skills, because people who have practiced makeup for a while tend to think that they should then look down upon people who cannot do makeup as well. Now, I used to be quite judgmental about makeup until I started doing makeup, and I realized that as long as you feel confident in the looks that you've created, like, that's all that matters. I've recently seen a trend where people are talking about how, oh, you're commenting on how long I take my makeup, but look at your makeup. And they did this caricature versions of people doing rubbish makeup, and I just felt that was so tasteless. So that's not what I'm doing here. Today I am just trying to point out the 5 mistakes I have made, and sometimes I continue to make. Now, these mistakes, they usually happen like when I'm filming and I'm rushing to finish. Sometimes, you know, sitting in front of these lives for a long time, it's so tiring. Or if I haven't eaten properly and I've been sat down for like 3 hours and all I'm thinking about is eating, you know, you're bound to, like, you know, mess up something or miss something that you will then find in the post-production once you've taken the pictures and you're just trying to put a few filters or edits. That's when you notice, oh my god, that's and that's so annoying, because I have lost a lot of content because of it, because whether I have not applied mascara, or I have missed something to do with my lashes, or my lashes are looking sideways. And again, it's another insecurity that you get from people who are better for makeup. You think that your makeup has to be perfect with a few practices, but I have been practicing makeup full time for 2 years now, but I've been dedicated to doing makeup for more than 5 years now, and I am still not even half as where I want to be. Like, I still have a lot of insecurities regarding my makeup, but I just have to produce content because I love makeup. So whatever, right? As long as I like it, and I'm sure you guys would like it too. So I will go into the 5 tips that I'm talking about. Stay tuned until the end because I'm gonna give you a little tip at the end on how I do my highlighter. I'm not wearing any, so I will do a step-by-step video with the highlighter as well. If you have not already, please subscribe. So the first mistake I used to make, and I used to struggle a lot with my lashes, was not leaving the eyelash glue to get tacky and to dry, well, to get tacky. So I would either leave it to dry for too long and then it would not stick, or I would not let it tacky enough and so the lashes would not stick. And then once you've applied your eyeshadow and everything, you're there trying to fluff around, like moving around the eyelash, and it's not sticking. And then for the longest time I thought it was the glue I was using. Even to this day I only use one glue, which is the Technique glue. I love this glue. I swear by this glue. This glue, it's cheap, however it gets tacky really quickly, and it shows you when it gets tacky because it becomes clear within like 30 seconds, and then you can apply your lashes. So I think where most people like to blame the kind of glue, I think it's really important. The tacky bit is very important, as most of you already know. So allow that time, maybe practice on your hand or something like that. Like, allow the time for the glue to get tacky so that, like, once you attach your lash, it will become like magnet. So it would become like magnet and it will attach very swiftly. I have also learned that sometimes it's the technique of how you do your lashes. So I find that when you put lash glue, when I put lash glue on the strip, I tend to have disasters. So when I apply it onto the eyelid, well, on the lash line, and then apply the lash, that usually works quicker and gets much more accurate results. Number two, speaking of lashes still, so this is a common irritating thing that's happened to me all the time. It's not matching my lashes with my with my own lashes. So basically what happens is I have quite brown hair instead of black hair, and obviously most lashes are black. So basically I used to have this issue of matching my lashes to the fake strip lashes. I learned this trick from one of these makeup artists that I watched. I cannot remember who, because several people have done this. You just get your liquid liner, a black liquid liner, and then you go onto your lashes and you just this is after you applied your mascara and everything, and it should then blend, because most of the times what happened was when you then take pictures it looks like your lashes are away from the lash line, but it's pretty much because your lashes are lighter than the strip lash, so it will look gray and that will represent a space, but there is no space. So if you just apply it, obviously sometimes there is a space, like right now I can notice a space, but usually if you look at this eye and then now look at this one, you can see the difference. Now you can see these ones are more matched than this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and match that one. It also like darkens any glue that's left on your lashes that will pop out. And the good thing about using liquid liner is that it's not too heavy, so it's not going to affect your lashes much. Yeah, so now instead of having like pictures where my eyes look like, my lashes look like they're not in place, it will look in place even if your lashes are not actually in place, because usually the most reason why it looks like that is because your lashes are lighter than the strips themselves. One of my greatest mistakes, pet peeve, hates, mistake, yes, is mismatching my foundation. Basically the reason why you mismatch your foundation is mostly because you have not bought the correct undertone for your skin. So for me, I thought I was a warm undertone for the longest time, up until I experimented enough with foundation, because I had been matched at Fenty and been told that that my skin tone was warm, so I had been using the wrong foundation for years and years, until I accidentally discovered that I'm actually cool. But even then, because even though I'm cool in the summer, I'm warm. Sometimes for me to get the perfect match, I have to mix both the warm and the cool colored. Um, but the best way I have found that to correct mismatched foundation is literally by using color correcting ways when you apply your bronzer. So by using like purple bronzing shadow or eyeshadow, purple eyeshadow, or like using orange highlighter, it can help to fix. I find this again in post-production that my foundation is very, very unmatched, purely because when I'm recording purely because when I'm recording, I seldom look back at my footage until like way after, because I don't know, I just think there is no reason to, but perhaps I should, because I would correct a lot of errors as I go along. But yeah, that's the mismatched foundation, guys. It happens, it's no big deal. Like I say, the main idea is to do your makeup and get your makeup out if that's what you want to be doing or to be going out. Usually I find sometimes as well with the lighting, especially if you're indoors, your makeup can look matched, but once you go outside or once you start taking pictures, it will come out looking sideways. But it is what it is. But if you want to avoid it, try and color correct and try and use a cool concealer over warmed yourself, or try and use a warm concealer if you've overcooled yourself, if you've cooled yourself. My phone died mid-recording, so sort of ruined my vibe a little bit, but here we go, we continue. Okay, if you have not already, please subscribe.